Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's new makeup releases where we are going to talk about the new makeup that's been released, announced and sneak peeked, and I'm going to let you know whether or not I want to pick it up, how I feel about these things, and then you let me know down in the comments how you feel about these things. And it is okay to disagree. Friends do not always agree about everything, but we're always kind and respectful towards each other. I'm actually filming this super early in the morning on Wednesday, so if anything is releasing late Wednesday or Thursday and I'm not talking about it, it's because I'm actually leaving today after lunch to go together with my friend Heather Austin to be at the Glamlite Halloween party in Los Angeles. So if you are on my Instagram, you probably already saw some stories on my Instagram. I'm gonna try to keep you updated. I'm also gonna bring my vlog camera and try to do a vlog, and I will actually have my vlog for the Grand Canyon Bryce Scion trip. I'm gonna have that live this weekend. I'm almost done editing it. If in case you're interested and in case you are following me on my vlog channel, and if you are not, that's always linked down below. I also did film this look. I told you that I was gonna film another look with the Ghost Faced palette, and I filmed this very smoky look. I'm also wearing, oh here it is, the lipstick from the collection, and I filmed this as a little reel or like a little shorts, and I will make sure to upload that one as well, but I don't have time to edit that right now. But yeah, if I'm not active in the comments, it's because I'm literally out of town. But this is gonna, oh my god, this is gonna be the last thing I do until December. So rest of October and November, I'm just gonna be home working, and honestly, I'm very excited. And also I cannot wait to show you my Halloween costume. It's gonna be the first time for me dressing up, and I'm super excited for you to see it. Okay, let's jump in, but actually let me scoochie. I actually have some of the things. Oh, one of them is downstairs. One of them is downstairs, but let me scoochie. And I'm not going to be able to get the Glaminatrix palette. It is downstairs because like I said, I'm filming this early in the morning to be able to catch my flight, and the rest of my family is still sound asleep and I don't want to wake them up. So I'm trying to not wake them up, but this palette has launched. I'm fairly sure that this palette has launched. Am I lying to you? I think it is launched. Yes, it has launched and it is available, and you can use my code Angelica to get 10% off. I will try and pop up some codes here when I have it. I also have it for Glamlite. I'm also having it for the release of cosmic brushes that we're going to talk about. Always check the description box to see. I have like release dates and links to the products, and also like affiliate codes and affiliate links if you are interested. And I do earn a small commission when you do use my links or my codes, and thank you so much if you do, because it really does help out. But this palette, I have it here. It looks really pretty in real life, and I am in the middle of filming one of those 4 indie palettes, 4 looks, and I will be including this one because a bunch of you were super intrigued by this one. So hang in there, it's coming soon. But if you were interested, it is available, and it says at the end here, if we do sell out, we will open a pre-order with shipping in November. So I will leave a link to that down below in case you're interested. And let's then talk about the cosmic brushes one, because that one I have here, and it is the Gothic palette by Cosmic Brushes, and I had a video up with this one on Monday in case you are interested. It is inspired by vampire horror, so it's like a little Victorian vampire goth glam, and honestly I had no problems with the formula. I had so much fun creating the look that I did, and if you want to see it, I will link the video down below where you can see me use this one and see some swatches from me and everything. But I just really like this one. This one is also available. I don't know if it's sold out or not, but the owner of Cosmic Brushes said that the shipment had been split into 2. So if this sells out, this is also coming back in stock in November, just so you know. And same here, you can use my code and get some money off on that one. Speaking of, the reason why I am going to the Glamlite Halloween party is because today, when you're watching this, Friday the 13th, Glamlite is releasing their 2nd horror collab of the season, and this one is with Friday the 13th, which makes sense that they're releasing it on Friday the 13th. If I'm not totally mistaken, they are releasing a 3rd horror collab next week, right? And that is going to be with, see, I'm not good with horror movies, but that is going to be with the A Nightmare on Elm Street. So that is going to be next Friday, and same here, you can use a code and you'll get 15% off at Glamlite. And I was wearing the Ghostface palette today. Really love the quality of this palette. It's just that the color story is not necessarily what I go for, but I always love a really nice smoky eye with like a metallic black, because that's what I'm having. I always really love that. And I really like the color story of this. Is it Jason? I'm so sorry. This is a movie I haven't seen. I'm not big on horror movies. I just don't like jump scares. But I'm pretty sure this is Jason, right? And this one has like a moody red, blue, and green and brown color story that I actually really like. And it seems like the shimmers are very highly reflective. So they might be contrasty enough with like giving that contrast to the dark shadows. Again, I still wish that Glamlite would include at least one light matte in their palettes, because it's always mid-tone and dark, and I understand that that is what the creators of the brand really love, but I always miss a light shadow in their palettes, almost always. The only one I feel like has that is like the Rick and Morty one, which I think is one of my favorite palettes from Glamlite. It's just a personal preference, but maybe it doesn't make sense with horror. Like, what do I know? I still miss a white shade in this palette, but I think the color story of this one is really nice. And it's going to be interesting to just see all of these, because we're going to have a 4th horror collab, like I said, next week. It's going to be really interesting to see all of these together and see like how different are they, like how similar are they, all of that, because I'm going to be able to have like all of them. And this collab also has a highlighter, a mirror, a bag, lip kit, candle, lashes, and brush set. I am super intrigued to be seeing this candle, because this is the first candle that Glamlite has ever had, and I'm just like, I'm very intrigued to see it. I did talk to the PR coordinator at Glamlite, which is Anthony, and he told me that the PR is being sent out after the event, so I'll do a video on it as soon as I have it, but I'm super intrigued. Hopefully I'll be able to see it at least at the party. That would be fun, because I understand sometimes they're not able to give out the PR at the party. They didn't do that with Glamlite and Michaela either, but I still hope that they have it at the party so that you can have a look at it. And if you're watching this Glamlite and you do not, you should for your next party, because it's always nice to be able to like see it when you're at the party. Something else that is releasing, I think this is also releasing, yes, this is also releasing today, and this is the Twisted Tea Party by Ensley Rain Cosmetics, and they're finally doing another format on their palettes. It's just a different theming basically, and it is slightly inspired by Alice in the Wonderland, Alice in the Wonderland. Wow, the Wonderland. The one. But this one is almost their take on a rainbow palette. The only thing that's missing for this to be a rainbow is like yellow. There is like a yellowy orange, but this is almost a rainbow palette, and honestly I think it looks cute. I also like that there's a couple of more mattes in this one than like, not that there are more mattes, but the ratio is a little bit closer to a 50-50, if I'm not totally mistaken, in this one than the other ones. So I really do like that. I will say it is still $83.33 for the palette, and it's just, I wish that they will be able to do something to get the price. I mean, you can get the price down by using a code. You can use my code or anybody else's code, but I really wish that there was a way for them to put the price down a little bit more, because I have tried the Ensley Rain quality, because this is a really high quality formula, and it's not similar, like the shimmer formula, it's not spot on similar to any other formulas I've ever tried, and the mattes are really high quality. So if I were to say, give me 10 brands that are private labeled, this wouldn't even be in the top 50. I do not think that this is a private labeled formula because of how sophisticated the formula is. So you're definitely getting good quality, like good quality eyeshadows, but it's still over $80, and that's a lot of money. Of course you can get some money off, but still, you get what I'm talking about. So I am intrigued. I don't know if this is getting sent to me in PR or not. Am I gonna pick this one up? I am intrigued by it, but I'm also trying to buy as little as possible. I think I will decide on the spot, because I really like this color story. I really like the quality of Ensley Rain, but I'm also on a bit of a journey to buy as little as possible right now, because I'm very overwhelmed with the makeup that I have. So honestly, we'll see. We'll see. I might. I might. We'll see. Ooh, let's talk about this one as well, because this one, I usually get a lot of tags on Instagram when things are being released, but when things are being released that is very much up my alley, I'm getting a lot of tags. And in this like mini palette by Natasha Denona, I got so many tags, and you know me. You know I love a mini palette, you know I love Natasha Denona's quality, you know I love blue eyeshadow, and this is very much up my alley. So I did actually buy this one on release, and same here, you can use my code and get some money off. In my video I said that it's coming to Sephora and Ulta, but after reading up a little bit, I actually think this is a Ulta exclusive in the US, but it comes to Sephora in other countries. So I think that you either have to buy it from Ulta or you can buy it from Natasha Denona website, and again, you can use my code and get some money off. So it all depends on like what you are interested in. If you want to see some swatches, if you want to hear my thoughts, that is in Tuesday's video. And I honestly think I really like the look that I did, and I like that in that video, sometimes as a creator, you look back at your video and you're like, I don't know if I really was able to get into words what I really meant. But in that video, I really feel like I was able to get into words what I meant about indie quality versus mainstream quality. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on that, it was Tuesday's video. I think this one is releasing... Oh, this one is releasing next Tuesday, but they are revealing it this weekend. And this is the new collection from Nomad Cosmetics. And it is a travel... Like, Nomad Cosmetics is a destination-based indie brand, but this collection is based on the actual travel itself. So I have it here. It's actually sitting here on the floor. It's very, very cute, but I did not have time to do anything specific with this collection, but it is launching next Tuesday. And if you are interested in seeing what other people think about it, I'm sure they're gonna have videos this weekend. I just didn't have time. It's been stressful in a positive way. I've had a lot of really fun things going on, but something has to give. And I didn't have time to film anything with it. But just know that if you are intrigued, the full reveal is going to be on Saturday. I have it here. It looks very cute. I'm very excited for Nomad to get into something new. We forgot to talk about this last time. Well, I didn't have a new makeup releases last week because I was quite literally in the Grand Canyons. We forgot to talk about this the week before, and that is that Fenty is now at Target, but not with their full range. They're at Target with what they're calling Fenty Snackz. Basically snack-sized makeup. It is gift sets and minis and just smaller items of Fenty Beauty that you now can buy at Target. I honestly think that that's really cool. Is it at the Target Beauty Selection or is it at Ulta Target? At Ulta Beauty at Target. See, that answers my question. It's already available. I'm sure it's online as well. I'll try and link it down below. I actually love the idea of buying minis from Fenty, and I will 100% be trying to find this next time I'm at Target, because I want to see what are the minis, what's available, because I really like Fenty. It works really good on me, and I am all in for trying more Fenty that I haven't tried but in minis. So this is something that I am very interested in, and if I find it, I will buy something. Trixie Cosmetics is releasing a new horse girl collection, and I think that this looks really cool. And also when I saw this picture, I was like, hey, I've been there. Because this looks pretty much like what I saw last week when we were doing our like tour of the national parks. This is basically what I saw, and I feel like it's pretty cool that like now there's a collection based on like horse girl. I think it's really cool. I'm not going to pick this up for the main reason, again, I'm busy. I'm booked, I'm busy. I'm trying to just breathe before we're getting into what is usually my most busy month, which is November. That's usually the month where I work the hardest because I'm trying to organize everything for the rest of the year, and I also have a bunch of stuff with Singe to fix. So I'm trying not to buy stuff, but I will say, this is super cute, and I think that this is a neutral palette done right, because I look at this neutral palette and I'm like, I like it. I like it. I think it's super cute. Again, in the front of the palette, are you kidding me? Really cute. Really cute. This is me contemplating, like, should I buy it? No, stay strong, but can't lie, I like this. This is like a stamp of approval. Ooh, Haus Labs is releasing a holiday collection. And when is this releasing? It says it's coming soon, but I'm fairly sure you can watch it on the Sephora website. And they're releasing their first eyeshadow palettes. And part of me is like super intrigued to see what this is all about. I don't want to try those lippies. You know, it's the shake lippies that is like the glossy, non-transfer, blah, blah, blah. Some people love it, some people hate it. I've tried the one from Urban Decay, hated it. I don't want to try the one from Haus Labs. Ooh, part of me really, really, really want to try the eyeshadow palettes, but I don't like the color combos. The black and pink is not for me. I don't love that combo. And the other one I feel is a little mid-tone, and I'm like, maybe this is cute in real life, I don't know, but I look at this and I'm like, I don't like the color combos, but part of me is so intrigued because I want to know, how is the Haus Labs eyeshadow formula gonna be? And I'm just like, oh, I'm torn. I'm torn on this one. Love to hear your thoughts on it, but I think I'm gonna stay strong and not buy it. But part of me is super, super, super interested and like intrigued, and I'm like, it's like the mystery I want to solve, but I don't know if I can like afford the time to solve it. There's another collection that's out now, and this was from Juvia's place, and this is the Afrogalactic collection. This is glitter eyeliners, you know, like the glitter eyeliners by Urban Decay, pretty much like that, but more affordable. They're $15 each, and the palette is $36, and it's a really cute palette. I like the mix of grungy neutrals at the pops of color. Again, the pink and the black, it's not my favorite combo, but then just putting that purple in between, again, it makes it easier for me to comprehend, because I like a pink purpley look and deepening it up with a black. But the Haus Labs, there was nothing in between, it was just a black and a pink, and that's not my absolute favorite. I think like a pink matte that is here and a metallic black I like more, because you can do smoky eye like this with pink in the crease. I think it is the metallic pink with the matte black. I think that's the part I don't like about the Haus Labs, because that's not the combo I would like to do with them. See, we solved that riddle at least. And I love the metallic blue in here. It's super cute with the matte blue. I like this. But again, I'm trying to stay strong. I do have a code with Juvia's place as well. My code is Angelica, actually. It's pretty much the only place where it's Angelica instead. If you buy it from the Juvia's place website, you can get 10% off. It all depends on like if you're buying more than one thing or not. And also usually at Juvia's place, you can stack the code on top of sales, and they usually have a really good sale season when it comes to fall time, and you can get even more money off. So keep that in mind as well. Oh, can we talk about the Phlur scents? I tried to talk a little bit about fragrances. I like Phlur, and Phlur is releasing some hair and body fragrance mists, and they're releasing it in vanilla skin, amber haze, and then my favorite, well, just from how it sounds, mango mood. And it says it is a floral, but it is a mango jasmine brown sugar, and I actually like jasmine. Is one of those flowers that I actually don't mind usually. It's the orchids and the lily of the valley. Those are the ones that I'm like, I don't love them. But with the mango, I kind of want to smell this, but at the same time, I'm like, the last thing I need is a hair and body mist. I'm looking at my fragrance collection and it is bonkers. So like, I don't think I need it at all. But still, I am intrigued by this release. I will link it down below. It is available now. It is only $20 only, but like in the fragrance world, $20 for what I'm guessing is a high quality hair and body mist. Actually, it could be a good thing. I will link it down below and you can read up on the different ones. We've also seen the new Lightworks palette by Danessa Myricks. This is number 5 and it is the I Am palette. These palettes are super expensive because they're filled with special shades. It is an all shimmer palette. It is $125. It is available now. I don't love an all shimmer palette. I mean, I don't even love when a palette is too shimmer heavy. So for me, I don't need this. But also, I am a person that has a lot of multichromes because these are multichromes, duochromes, special shades. If an all shimmer palette doesn't inspire me, it doesn't make me go like, ooh, I want to bring in different things. I don't feel that way about all shimmer palettes, but I do feel that way about all matte palettes. I think that's just a preference. I know a lot of people love these palettes. I will say the one last year had some water activated ones, and I saw it in store and I swatched it and I tried it out a bit and I didn't love that element of it, and I don't know if this one has that as well. Easy to use color shifting combinations inspired by the I Am affirmations. I seen swatches, it looks beautiful. Again, if you don't want to buy multichromes from indie brands, this is a fairly fair price for this many special shades. I know myself. I don't want this. I'm not inspired by this. So I am saving my money. I'm sitting still, I'm calming down, and I'm not going to be purchasing this. And if you feel like me, don't be lured into buying stuff that just because it's great quality, just because people love it. Ask yourself, are you going to use it? Are you inspired by it? Do you love an all shimmer palette? Do you need this many multichromes in your life all at once? Because $125, that's not nothing. You remember the times when the KVD holiday collections were the most interesting and intriguing holiday collections of the season? You remember? I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. So this is their collection for 2023, and that's a firm no. I like the packaging. Packaging is cute. Flowers for holiday, I like it. I think it's cool to do something different. This is the Surreal Bloom Metallic Vegan Eyeshadow Palette. It's 6 metallics. Again, this doesn't intrigue me. I don't want it. I don't need it. Easy pass. Yeah. I usually treat myself to one holiday collection each year. Just like one palette that is like the holiday palette each year. Usually it's the Melt. Sometimes it's been the KVD. This year, listen, I think my money's safe. I think I'm good. I'm like, peace out. I don't want any of this. And I feel the same about this one. I think this is the Metamorphic Holiday Collection by the Beauty Bay brand. It's cute, but it is cool tone purple, blue, and gray palette. And I love purples and blues. That's why I created my palette. I have it here. This is the Little Ghost palette, the collection that I did with Odin's Eye. You can see, I love purples and blues. But this one is more dusty gray tone purple and blues. And I think that makes me look ghastly. I don't love that on me. I love the option of like, I don't know, going in a different direction. So I prefer this. Other people might prefer that. But I don't need to buy this when I already have what I feel is a better version in my collection. So again, I feel like my money is safe. I feel like I'm good. There's a lot of silver and gray shades in this one as well. I'm not thrilled about that. I don't need that in my life. By the way, I did film another look with my collection. I just did a get ready with me talking about basically my mental health. That's going to be probably live on Monday. In case you want to see another look with my palettes, I was super happy with my look. It was so cute. I even filmed another video afterwards because I'm like, I feel cute. But I think, again, my money is safe with this holiday release as well. I'm opting out. Thank you very much. I think a lot of people were like very happy with this. And this is that Makeup by Mario. His Ethereal eyeshadow palette is, it says Holiday 2023. Is he bringing it back as his holiday palette? Is this his holiday collection that he's bringing back a palette that was limited edition? It was super popular. It sold out and people missed it. I've heard, and just by looking at this, this is very, very similar to the I Need a Nude palette by Natasha Denona. So if you missed this palette and you instead bought the Natasha Denona one and you're happy with that one, I'm telling you right now, you don't need to buy this one as well. You already have this version, but if you didn't buy this one and you missed it and you want to get it, it's back. I don't know if it's sold out again. I will say I've not been keeping up with a lot of makeup when I've been gone this past week, so I'm sorry if my information is not super correct. I'm usually a little bit more read up on my information than I am right now, but it's back. But just know, again, ask yourself, did you buy the Natasha Denona one instead because you missed this one? Maybe you don't need to buy it as well. Sometimes FOMO can be a bitch. I mean, it really can get you and you feel like you missed something, and then when it comes back, you're like, this is my chance. But like, ask yourself, do you still want it or need it the same way as you wanted it and needed it when it sold out? Let's not overspend on stuff we don't need or want, because I am the kind of person that definitely is like, treat yourself. If there's something you want, something that will make you happy and you can afford it, treat yourself. But it's when we're unsure if we can afford it, and we're unsure if we actually need or want it. We're just kind of following the crowd, and it's like, everybody loves this, I should get it too. That's when you need to ask yourself if you really do want it, if you really do need it. Oh, speaking of Sephora, basically, their savings event has been announced, and it is coming up at the end of October. It is the 27th of October is when the Rouge sale starts, when you can get 20% off. The VIB sale starts on the 31st, which is when you get 15, and also the Insider also starts on the 31st, and you can get 10% off, and then it ends on November 6th. So there's a pretty large time there when you can get some money off at Sephora. Remember though that this isn't a big savings. This is just the time for you to get the stuff that you already wanted, and now you can get some money off, or replacements, or stocking up on stuff that you know you're gonna go through. But if you only are getting 10 or 15% off, remember that you usually can get a better deal than that. Just like I said with Natasha Denona. If you were looking to buy a Natasha Denona palette and you only are Insider, you can get 15% off with a discount code on her website. So try to make sure that you're not just, again, purchasing for the, oh my god, I can't believe it's the sale. 20% off can be a good deal if it's something that you really want or need to restock on. But 10 or 15, it's not always the best of deals. But I will say, I'm Rouge because, hello, I spend a lot of money on makeup. Nobody is surprised. So for me, getting 20% off can be a good deal for things that like I actually want or need, or stuff that I wanted to like stock up on. Or for me, I'm gonna buy the Huda Beauty pressed powder. I didn't want to do a dedicated review on it, but I still want to try it, so I'll just get it with 20% off. And I feel like for me that's a good deal. And I usually do like a Sephora savings event video, and I think I'm gonna film that when I'm back from LA, honestly, because I think that the Sephora sale is more fun than the Ulta sale, because yes, it's less money off, but at least you get to pick your own products. So I am gonna do some recommendations, and I'm gonna do my wish list. I usually do a video like that. And remember also, if you want to support your favorite creator during the sale events and you are placing an order, try to go through one of their affiliate links. It doesn't cost you any extra, and it does help out the creator a lot during these times. And if you don't want to, honestly, don't. It's not that deep. But if you have someone that you'd like to support, they usually leave a link during these times so that you can help them out a bit. Florasis has released some new things as well, and this is the Beijing Opera limited edition fan palette. These are two different color stories. It is the Melodic Night and the Charming Aria. I think it's Aria. I think this looks super fun for being Florasis. The one thing that I'm thinking about though is, and I've talked about this before because I have used Florasis on my channel. I have both done sponsored videos with them, and I've done non-sponsored videos with them, like using their product as well, is that I think it's a very sophisticated luxury brand formula that is a really good formula, but it's not super pigmented straight out of the gate. So I wonder if they're gonna make this one that is like a more colorful palette a little bit more pigmented to make it easier to work with, because less pigmented buildable shadows when it comes to neutrals can be super flattering and super easy to work with, and just like that effortless sophisticated glam. But I don't know if I want that in a yellow or in a red. So I am intrigued to see. I don't think I'm getting this in PR, but I'm interested to see some reviews in this. This is one of those things, if I see someone I know in my like subscription feed that's reviewing this, oh, I will definitely be watching, because I'm very intrigued. Clionadh has released some multichrome palette bundles for Halloween. They did this last year as well, and now they have done some more bundles. You can save some money on Clionadh by using my code, and they did say that these bundles do not have the same shades as the bundles they did for Halloween last year. So if you bought those bundles and you're buying these bundles, you're not getting any repeating shades. I think that's super smart, and Clionadh has very high quality multichromes, and if you're feeling a little overwhelmed with their website, you don't know where to start, these bundles can be a good way of starting, because you get different, like they will pick and choose a couple of colors that are, honestly, all of them are good quality, but just different finishes, different colors, and just getting you to dip your toes into the world of multichromes if you have not yet already. But if you do own some stuff from Clionadh, make sure that you're not buying duplicates, because I don't think that any of these shades are new shades. Oh, we talked about this before, and this is the Makeup Revolution and the It movie collab. Horror collabs is apparently a thing of what's going on right now. And I have not seen this movie, so I don't know if this is on theme or not with the color story. But when I look at the color story, it is a pretty warm and yummy yellow, orange, red color story. Again, I don't know if that fits with the movie, but I don't hate the color story. I mean, you know this. I love a yellow, orange, and red eye look. There's a couple of like neutrals, and there's a pop of a blue-gray in the corner. Again, I have no idea if this matches or not. I don't think that this is bad. Honestly, the palette is like that little boat, right? Can you tell I haven't watched the movie? The sponge is a balloon. Balloon blood, dripping blood lip stain. There's like a cake liner palette. Honestly, I usually am pretty harsh on Makeup Revolution, but this isn't the worst thing they've ever done. Do I love a palette that's weirdly shaped? No, but at least it makes sense with the collab. Again, with the color story, do I know if this... I don't know. I don't know. At least it's not a collection that has 200 pieces. Let's be happy with that. Ooh, and the Moondust palettes that I've talked about with Urban Decay, those like glitter palettes, there are 2 different ones. They are available now. I will link them down below. I really hope that this will be a hit for Urban Decay. I feel like their Moondust shadows have really been blowing up on TikTok. You know, everything old is new again. So I'm happy for the brand that they're having such a hit on TikTok with those shadows. I don't need those. I've tried those, and they're a little bit more of that like effortless, like little glittery thing on the lid. It's like a dry, sparkly topper shadow, which is pretty, and a lot of people love it. It's just not my journey. Personally, I wouldn't buy a single like that, and I wouldn't buy an all metallic palette, but I understand who it's for, and I think it's gonna be a hit, and I'm happy for them having this success with these palettes, which I'm sure they're having. Sigma is doing their 3rd collab with Disney. This is the 3rd year in a row that Sigma is doing a collab with Disney, and this one is Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Disney movie. It is such a beautiful movie, even though it is like basically Stockholm Syndrome, but like animated. But I still love the movie. I think it's such a good movie. It has some of the best sidekick like characters. I love Lumiere. I love Clockwork. I love the storyline. I love the animation. I love the music. It's such a good one. This color story is more neutral. I don't know if this picture here is like totally accurate to what you're gonna see when you get it. I usually get Sigma PR, and I'm thinking, I heard a rumor that this was shown a little bit earlier than Sigma was anticipating. Someone, I'm guessing a retailer, showed the pictures too early. That's usually what happens when things get leaked. A lot of people are like, oh, it's a conspiracy, the brand leaked it. But usually it's just retailers that are unorganized and put things up for sale before they're supposed to be put up for sale. And this is what I heard happen with this. So things haven't been sent out in PR yet, but I'm very intrigued to see this in real life and to see what it's all about. And we'll definitely do a video. I love Beauty and the Beast, and I'm thinking that this is going to be a neutral palette with a twist that apparently goes from really light to really dark. I could be about that. It's a nice I feel about this neutral palette as I felt about that Trixie Cosmetics palette. Now that I look at it, they're actually having a similar color story with the orange, pink, brown. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it. The only thing I'm thinking is that people are probably super upset that there's not a yellow for the Belle's dress. I am also not the person that's like, you need to pick red from the scarf and blue from the iris and like green from... I'm not that person. I think that a collab should just capture the essence of a collab. But I also think that Beauty and the Beast is very tied to the blue jacket and yellow dress. It's literally is the color scheme of the whole movie. So in that regards, I kind of wish that there was a yellow in here. But again, this is just pictures. I'm looking forward to seeing it in real life, and we can judge it based on that. There's also a new eyeshadow palette coming from Lawless, and this is the Dreamy Dozen eyeshadow palette. It is probably coming to Sephora soon. Do we have a... Oh, it's available now. I usually do get some PR from Lawless. They are usually not the brand to send out PR before launches. I don't get everything from Lawless. I get bits and pieces, and most of the things that I have tried from Lawless I've really loved, or at least really enjoyed. I never did try the... they released a lilac palette, and I never did try that. I didn't have time. I didn't get around to it, so I think it's either in a giveaway pile or gave it away. I don't know if you want me to try this one. If I do get it in PR, you're gonna have to let me know what you feel about it. I think this is the kind of palette that's probably gonna sell really good at Sephora because people love neutrals. I understand. I get it. People love brown eyeshadows. Latte makeup has been so big this year. If this is good quality, I'm sure it's gonna sell. It's just really hard to convince me that an all brown palette is exciting, but I get it. I understand, like I see you. I'm just not joining you. Adept Cosmetics also released their Rainbow Raider Multi-Use Palette. This is eyeshadows and highlighter palette. It is inspired by the Flash villain Rainbow Raider. There is apparently like Rainbow Chaos, so this is supposed to be chaos, which it most definitely is chaos. Again, it's this all shimmer palette. It's not something I need. It's not something I want, but maybe you do. But I'm opting out. We've also seen a holiday collection from Half Magic Beauty. This is the Eye Electric collection, and they're releasing mascaras. I think this is a new product from the brand. Some glitter pills and some eyeshadow singles with duochromes. I love Half Magic Beauty. I think they make really amazing product. The only thing I didn't like was the glitter pill, but I have also heard that the owner reformulated the glitter pill because it wasn't good. It wasn't good. And I've seen people swatch the reformulated ones and they seem much better, if we're gonna be honest. I do get some PR from Half Magic Beauty. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get this or not. If I get it, I'll incorporate it somehow. I think they make really high quality products, but I also wonder how easy is it to sell a collection like this? It's 2 single shadows, 2 glitter things, and 3 mascaras, 1 pink and 1 blue. I wonder, like, where is the brand going after this? I feel like this is beautiful and fun, but also kind of a hard sell. Moira has released some Dreamlight highlighters in 8 shades. I think these are the kind of iridescent colored highlighters in gold, pink, and peach. So there are no fun colors in here. There's no green, there's no blue, there's no violet. They're all champagne-y, goldy, peachy pink, which is pretty for sure. I think I'm gonna opt out. I don't need a highlighter like this in my life. I'm excited to see iridescent highlighters come back. I feel like we can make the formulas even more sophisticated than what they were in 2016, 2017. I feel like we can make them even better now, so I'm excited to see them come back. But again, it's one of those things, I don't need it. I'm opting out. And one of the funnest but also weirdest collabs of this year is between Charlotte Tilbury and Elton John. Okay, but I mean, I love it. The Rocket collection is 2 lipsticks and a star bag. I think the lip colors are both new. It's one berry shade and one lighter pinky nude. Same here. They're pretty. They're beautiful. I really like the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick formula. I even wore one of them yesterday. It was beautiful. You'll see it on Monday. But I don't need this. I don't need this. I think it's cool. I think it's fun, but I'm good. LH Cosmetics is doing a collab with makeup artist Hannah Martin, and this is launching... as you're seeing this, it's probably already available. This is an eyeshadow palette. The picture that I have here is a little moody. Hopefully we'll see some better pictures somewhere else, but I think that it's always fun to see brands collab with makeup artists because they usually have a different vision for like what works. And I know a lot of like makeup artists, makeup styles is very in right now. The glam, model of duty kind of a makeup look, like the no makeup, clean girl aesthetics that's very popular on TikTok. It's basically the kind of style that a lot of makeup artists do in their day-to-day life, and it makes sense that they would be very, very popular in the makeup that they're creating and the collabs that they're doing, because they're selling this dream that people want and they feel is not attainable, but like a little bit maybe more approachable than the kind of super dramatic that makeup that I really love. So I'm sure that this palette is probably super approachable. It seems to be neutral, and then there's this like turquoisey thing, and it's like a clay pink in here. If you're a big fan of Hannah Martin, I'm sure that this will be a super hit for you. Now that I'm thinking of it, I do think I'm getting this in PR. Because there's like a little bell ringing in the back of my head where the team at LH Cosmetics asked me if I wanted it. So I might get this in PR. We'll do something. We'll do something. There's also a new influencer brand, and this is Ravy Beauty, and it is the brand by Ali Glines. I actually do not watch Ali Glines. Not that I don't like her. I don't have an opinion on her. I've never talked to her. I've never met her. I don't know anything about her, if I'm gonna be honest. She just doesn't do the makeup that I like to do. She does very effortless, light, pink makeup, which again a lot of people love. It's just not something that's super inspiring to me, and I'm trying to actually keep my subscription feed as limited as possible at this time to not overwhelm myself. But she's releasing some effortless lips in Dahlia, Tulip, and Lily. Seems to be kind of pinky nudie shades. I have no thoughts. They look cute. And if you are a big fan of Ali Glines, I'm sure that this release is amazing for you. I think I'm gonna wait a bit and see how people feel about the brand, and maybe I'll jump in later. I also quickly want to talk about the holiday release from Vive. I really like Vive. It is the makeup brand by Jamie Genevieve, and they are releasing a holiday collection. There is a couple of gift sets, like different boxes, but they're also releasing a new shade of their face palette, which is a more darker palette, an even darker palette. They have 2 shades, and it's a really good quality palette. I actually have this palette in a shade that's already available. Great quality. I've traveled with it. It is a really beautiful palette. And they're also releasing another shade, a more berry shade of their lip dews. Their lip dews is my favorite lip oil balm formula. It's a really good formulation. I think it's super good. And there are some liquid, I think, highlighters. Nova Glow liquid lights, like liquid highlighters. I'm intrigued. I actually might place an order. Yeah, I might place an order because I want to buy a couple of more of the Vive half lashes as well, because I really like them. This is one of those where I'm like, I might buy this. I am intrigued. I might buy it. Actually. Also, e.l.f. is releasing their lip oils. There's been some rumors going around because I think this accidentally got leaked by like I told you, sometimes the online stores, they put up the makeup too early, and they put up the lip oils by e.l.f. and they are available in 7 shades, and I think they look really good. There is a brown, there's a coral orange, rosewood, clear, black, like I like them. $8 each. They are available at Ulta Beauty on the 14th online, and then in store at the 22nd. I think that this will be one of those things I will probably try if I can get a hold of it. I like e.l.f. It's affordable. I feel like they've upped their quality these past years, and the lip products that I've tried from e.l.f. I actually think are really good. So I think I'm gonna be trying this one out. Maybe I'll get the orange, maybe I'll get the brown one, maybe I'll get the red one, who knows? Maybe I'll go bananas and I'll buy all of them, but I think this is one of those things that I'm gonna be trying out. Let me scooch back and we can finish this up. So thank you again for being here and for watching to the end of the video. Actually, watching to the end of the video is probably the best way of supporting a creator that doesn't involve any kind of monetary value, because the YouTube algorithm loves when the audience watches a video to the very end. So I hope you're having an amazing Friday. I hope your week has been great and that you're gonna have a super fun weekend. I'll be back on Monday again with a new video, probably a vlog though throughout the weekend, but I will see you then. Bye.